This explosive historical discovery just shattered 2,000 years of geographical confusion. I'm talking about classified ancient evidence that proves Jesus was indeed Palestinian. And the shocking reason why this forbidden truth has been buried by modern political agendas for decades. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to expose the most devastating geographical conspiracy in religious history. But warning, this ancient evidence will completely revolutionize how you understand biblical geography forever. What's up, history seekers and truth defenders? Why do people get so heated about a geographical term that should be purely historical? The term Palestine has been used to describe this region for over 3,000 years, long before any modern political conflicts existed. Have you ever wondered why the simple question, was Jesus Palestinian, triggers such intense debates in modern discussions? Here's the shocking reality that mainstream media and political commentators refuse to acknowledge. Today, I'm about to unleash the most comprehensive historical analysis ever assembled, including ancient Egyptian documents, Greek historical records, and Jewish sources that all confirm the same explosive truth. But listen carefully. In the 6th century BCE, the Neo-Babylonian Empire under Nebuchadnezzar destroyed the Kingdom of Judah, transforming the entire region into a Babylonian province called Yehud. The Persian Empire under Cyrus the Great conquered Babylon, making Yehud a Persian province. Then Alexander the Great's Macedonian forces defeated the Persians, placing the region under Greek control. If you're ready to discover the unbiased historical facts that separate ancient geography from modern politics, you need to engage with this evidence immediately. The Seleucid dynasty controlled the Judean province until Jewish revolts, particularly the successful Maccabean rebellion, temporarily restored Jewish independence under the Hasmonean dynasty. In 722 BCE, the Assyrian Empire conquered the northern kingdom of Israel, leaving only the kingdom of Judah. General Pompey arrived, settled the dispute, but established Roman dominance over the region in the 1st century BCE. Your attention proves you're brave enough to examine pure historical data without political manipulation. The Greek historian Herodotus, writing in the 5th century BCE, already used the term Palestine to describe the region between Syria and Egypt. This is 500 years before the Roman Emperor Hadrian supposedly invented the term. He's describing Jewish communities living in Palestine without any negative connotation. These sources reference the land of the Peliset, clearly referring to Philistine territory. Here's what political commentators don't want you to discover about ancient Palestinian geography. These Jewish authors were writing before Emperor Hadrian's reign, completely destroying the myth that Romans invented the term Palestine as an insult to Jews after the Bar Kokhba revolt. Not a single ancient source describes this supposed name change as punitive. To understand whether Jesus was Palestinian, we need to demolish the modern political confusion and examine pure historical evidence spanning 3 millennia. The story begins in the ancient kingdoms of Israel and Judah, separate political entities with their own rulers, foreign policies, and military alliances. But the devastating historical pattern continued. Medieval maps, Renaissance cartography, and even 19th century documentation all use Palestinian geographical terminology. The geographical term encompasses this diversity. He was ethnically and religiously Jewish while being geographically Palestinian. The ancient Hebrew sources call these people Plishtim, showing the linguistic connection to the modern term Palestine. It's similar to calling someone Middle Eastern or Mediterranean. It describes location. It's not necessarily ethnicity or political affiliation. This isn't political propaganda from any side. This is pure historical evidence spanning 3 millennia. The territorial control kept shifting. These are uncontradictory identities. They represent different categories of human identity that coexisted naturally in the ancient world. After Alexander's death, his empire fractured among his generals. Share your biggest revelation in the comments below and make sure you follow for more unbiased historical analysis that cuts through modern propaganda. But internal succession disputes among the Hasmoneans led both competing claimants to seek external intervention from Rome. It goes deeper into the archaeological evidence and textual analysis behind these documented discoveries. Study ancient Egyptian texts mentioning the Peleset, read Herodotus's geographical descriptions, and investigate Philo and Josephus's extensive use of Palestinian terminology. Ancient geographical terminology existed for thousands of years before contemporary conflicts. And understanding this history helps us separate facts from political manipulation. This is the crucial historical context. Jesus was born under Roman occupation of a territory that had been controlled by multiple empires for centuries. Attention. What I'm about to reveal destroys the modern myth that Palestine is a recent geographical invention. The term Palestine derives from ancient references to the Philistines, appearing in Egyptian documents from the 11th century BCE. Assyrian texts from the 8th and 7th centuries BCE also reference this land using similar terminology. But here's where it gets explosive. The devastating evidence continues. Two prominent Jewish authors from the 1st century CE, Philo of Alexandria and Flavius Josephus, both used the term Palestine extensively in their writings. As Philo wrote, "Palestine and Syria are not devoid of wisdom and exemplary virtues. Regions where a considerable portion of that populous Jewish nation inhabits." Josephus, in his comprehensive work, Jewish Antiquities, consistently refers to the broader region as Syria and Palestine, explicitly including Judea within this geographical designation. The shocking reality? Prepare yourself for the most devastating blow to modern geographical propaganda. The claim that Emperor Hadrian changed the province name from Judea to Syria Palestina as an anti-Jewish insult has zero historical documentation. Multiple Christian authors from the 4th century, including Epiphanius of Salamis, casually refer to Palestine, which is also called Judea, showing both terms remained in simultaneous use for centuries. Ancient maps spanning 15 centuries consistently label this region as Palestine. The explosive truth. The term Palestine represents a geographical designation that transcends political boundaries and ethnic identities. Historical evidence proves that multiple peoples have inhabited Palestinian territory throughout history. Canaanites, Philistines, Israelites, Judeans, Arabs, and many others. Jesus, as a 1st century Jewish resident of this region, would absolutely qualify as Palestinian in the geographical sense. This is unpolitical commentary. This is pure historical fact based on 3,000 years of documentary evidence from Egyptian, Syrian, Greek, Roman, and Jewish sources. Modern attempts to politicize ancient geographical terminology represent historical manipulation. It's designed to serve contemporary agendas rather than preserve accurate historical understanding. Listen carefully, defenders of historical truth. You've just discovered the most comprehensive geographical analysis ever assembled about ancient Palestinian territory. The documentation proves that Palestine has been the standard geographical designation for this region since ancient Egyptian times, is used consistently by Greeks, Romans, and Jewish authors throughout history. Jesus was simultaneously Jewish by ethnicity and religion, and Palestinian by geographical location. Your immediate research plan. Examine the primary sources I've referenced today. If this explosive historical evidence transforms your understanding of ancient geography and modern political manipulation, I need to hear about your discoveries. And if you're absolutely serious about understanding factual historical geography, check out my complete Ancient Middle Eastern Studies collection in the description. Remember this truth. Historical facts don't change based on modern political preferences. Your journey into authentic historical knowledge starts now.